Students at Madison Park Vocational Technical High School have a new opportunity for careers in the building trades. That's because of a new partnership with a union, Painters and Allied Trades District Council 35, and a contractors group, the Painters and Glaziers Employers Association of New England. To tell us about the program are the director of the union's apprenticeship program, Eric Redding, and the school's executive director, Kevin McCaskill. Thank you both very much for being with us.
Thank you.
I was with Eric. I say, painters, painting here. This isn't like the house down the street. So talk about what does this mean these days?
So this means great opportunities. This is commercial projects, buildings just like the one we're sitting in right now. This is what we do for a living. We paint buildings just like this, and that's one small aspect. Another big piece of it would be bridges and tanks. But we also have glazers and glass workers, and we also have drywall finishers. So we're pretty much 4 trades under one roof.
And glass workers, that could mean some of those humongous towers in downtown Boston.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Turn to Kevin McCaskill. I mean, your school has always been to some degree a conduit to jobs in the trades unions, but so how is this program going to make that different?
Well, access. And again, through this great partnership, students can actually go through the process, meet all the requisites to get into the union, but again, providing them, and I can't emphasize this enough, access and opportunity to employment that will last them a lifetime.
And Eric, this is a kind of a training that goes beyond, a few weeks being, an apprentice. I mean, we're talking about something, what is this, like an associate's degree, or you're practically a college, right?
We are a college now. So we undertook that process about 2 years ago. And for the entire last year, we were undergoing all the entire process. In fact, in December of 2017, we got our full accreditation. So we are a college right now. We don't access the degree granting program just yet. Right now we have a partnership with another college. But when the apprentices come through our program, then they will be able to get the associate's degree with a couple of extra classes.
Kevin, I know this means that you're going to have students at some point working on job sites, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Talk about how you think they're going to respond to that.
Oh, tremendously. And I don't just say that for the sake of being here. I just think we're coming in as a freshman and students select the facilities management program and they see this opportunity, they are going to see a direct pathway into employment, and viable employment, and this could be a game changer for their families.
Eric, talk about what's required in painting, because I saw some of the demonstrations yesterday, and I know you were using some sort of a simulated reality device here.
We did. We had a virtual spray machine there.
Yeah.
But what's required is manual dexterity. The kids have to be able to perform the task at hand. So it's a long day. It's on your feet all day, a lot of times on ladders. And I get to back what Kevin was just talking about, getting the kids on the job sites. We've already had them there. So we've been working at White Stadium. It's a gem of a stadium over in, is it Jamaica Plain?
Jamaica Plain.
Yeah.
And so we've had the kids over there, mixed in with our apprentices, mixed in with the students over at Madison Park. They get along great, and so they've had real life experience.
I don't want to intimidate anybody, but when I paint at home, I worry, why does my paint on the wall look like hot fudge dripping down the side? I mean, it's not supposed to look like that. So how do you avoid that? Yeah.
It's all in the prep work. It's all in the prep. You have to take off as much as you're going to put on.
I think another thing that's going on here, Kevin, is about access to the jobs. Because in the past, a lot of kids, they pick this up from their adults too. There are barriers to jobs and trade unions, and now there's an effort to change that. Do you think that's really filtering?
Oh, absolutely, and this is the impetus for it. This partnership is the impetus, and I think that's going to open up the doors to many more opportunities across a lot of trade areas as well as other opportunities in the industry.
And Eric, what about the jobs out there? Because yes, there's a boom. What about the pay for jobs like this?
The pay?
Yes.
Great pay. These are family-sustaining wages. These are wages that are going to carry a young man or a young woman right into their future. They're going to be able to provide for their families. Do you want the dollar number?
We can mention that, sure.
Journeymen make $43.95 an hour. That's in the envelope.
Kevin, another thing that struck me from the announcement at the school was one of the students. She's a senior. She's done some painting. Mm-hmm. I was really struck by her passion for getting things exactly right. I mean, you could tell that she was really into it. I mean, talk about that with kids.
Well, that's something where when you find, it's like anything else, when you find something that is your niche, and you're going to go after it. And that's what the student that you indicated yesterday, that's what she has found it. And it's something that she's going to pursue it, and she's going to pursue it doggedly. And that's the type of passion that these types of partnerships will really stir up in students.
Eric, I'm also intrigued by the partners here because we haven't mentioned much about the contractors group. Why are they buying into this too, you think?
Because they see the pipeline. This is a great partnership between the Painters Union, Madison Park High School, and our contractors. So the union is the pipeline for the labor force. So we can partner up with Madison Park, we can bring these kids here, we can train them, and they're right into the contractors group. Because we know that the average worker is aging, we need to bring in the young blood, and right now, so we're talking to these kids, and they are the young blood that we're going to get on the job sites.
Well, if people want some information, I know, Eric, that you have a website where they can get some of that.
We do, iupatdc35.org.
And Kevin, you've got something at Madison Park as well?
Yes, indeed. Boston Public Schools /MadisonPark.org.
Thank you both very much, Kevin
Thank
McCaskill
you.
and Eric Redding.
you.
Thank you.
We'll have more news in just a moment.